Hey guys, it's me. I'm back. I'm at Kim's house in the garage doing the golf cart charger battery here with my load. We'll test 20 amps on it since that's 20 amp hour rating. We don't want to go over that with battery that drains too much. And see what it gives us. It shouldn't go below that, but if I apply power to it, it does. It goes very low. Watch. And sparking that big heater. And on the meter you see over there, we're getting 14 volts. 15. And you can smell the heating oven generating some heat. $16. Okay, I'm gonna take the power away from it. The next thing to do is to find out if they're all bad or if one of them's bad. I don't know. All of them look to 6 volts. I think all of them. They're connected in. Looks like they're connected in series. A whole bunch of them. Let's do the calculations. If that's 1 point, what did I say it was? Let me get on my calculator, see if I can scroll through this and bring up .65 ohms, and we got 15 or 14 volts across it, so if we hang on, I made a mistake here. If I had a negative, yeah. 10 amps, about half the amps we need. And I tested it from there to there. And I believe that's correct because you see these wires here, they go into the golf cart internal circuitry or motor. I'm not connecting it to just one battery, the whole series. We should probably test them all, but then I have to cut my heat. I have a whole bunch of this heat coil because this heating element, nichrome wire I had was 26¼ foot, and I cut off. Actually, I cut 2 pieces off, but I decided to be safe. Let's try it with just one, and it didn't even work with just one. And the voltage just dropped rapidly with that load. So, next thing to do is to cut off. We're going to take since this was for a dryer, this nichrome wire was made for a dryer, we're going to take 240, since that's usually what the dryers run off of, and divide it by 6. That means we could do by 40th. I don't know if we want to do that though. I might just do it for the other ones, and might just connect the nichrome wire as itself, the rest of the length of it, checking the resistance on it, because that'll probably get way too low of resistance. Let's see how much in the calculator says if I did a 16 or 26.25 divided by 40. Yeah, that's kind of low. That's half a foot, and that probably gives too low resistance on it. That would be too much for the battery, because you try something around 20 amps or so. So let's see what resistance you can get with the rest of the wire I have. Let's go check that out. I just remember that all the batteries in it are 20 amp hour ratings, at least I think at the most. Yeah, it looks like it. Anyway, I'm going to test each one with it. That gives, I calculated up, that gives me 4 point something amps as a load. Well, it should be good enough to detect the one that went bad, if we can find it this way. This method may not work, because you might have to have a bigger load. And then you get down to that load, it's probably too much. I'm not for sure. Anyway, let's get started. I'm going to do this battery here first. The meter is on there with the volts. I'm going to take the red clip and connect it to the ground. As you can see on the meter, it says 5.36. Disconnect it. Okay, let's go to the next battery. Go to this one. This one's closer. Right there. Doesn't matter which is positive or negative on this load because current flows either which way through the resistor. The thing is, you put it backwards on your meter, it will show a negative voltage instead of a positive voltage. Enough about that, let's get this going. So I take this one here, carefully touch it. Aha, 4 volts. 3. That one gives us around 3 or 4 volts. This one here might be the culprit. Wait a minute, it said to test it at 15 seconds or so, but well, if you go down there and look at it, it should be heating up, I think. It's not. It's cold. Probably because maybe my wattage was white. My voltage was white picking out. We picked the one out for it that was made it, and this I guess this dryer heating element. It was made for lots of watts in a row than what we needed, because it's not heating up. Anyway, this battery here, it has 4.74, that's probably bad. Since the other one's supposed to be around 5 or 6. I think that's below what we need. Carefully hook it up there, make sure it's still hooked up. Before I hook the voltage into it, I'm going to measure the resistance to see if it's on ground, if it's still connected. Should give us 1.5, 1.6 ohms. Yeah. Now I'm going to connect the other lead on there to this point, and hopefully I can reach. Still moving. Aha! A bad battery. Look at that voltage. We dropped the majorly on this one here. And it's 20 amp hour rating. So we definitely found the culprit. It's probably this battery right here. This red one. It's 6 volts. Maybe this one here, the one below, is probably still good because it's not below 80% of the battery voltage, or should they usually say is bad. But what that did was way below it. That was 2 volts. You can't win a golf cart with a battery being 2 volts on one of the batteries. So let's take a look at the next battery, shall we? The third one, all the way down there. And I don't know if my cord's going to reach. Maybe if I which is longer. The red wire looks like. Yeah, these other wires on here, the for banana jack I put on the hook, so I'm thinking about hooking the meter up to it from it, but the thing is, it wouldn't reach. My meter wouldn't reach. It's connected to right here. Yeah, it looks like it's corroded too. That could be an issue. The corroded wire. Bringing it closer, hopefully they don't come undone. That's all I need. Yeah, and when you're building this, find out that it's specified on the metal thing to come with. So if you do order a heated element from a dryer, make sure it comes on the metal plate so you can have a safely measured place coil we cut off on it. You may have to recoil it like I did, and what I did to do that is I used a toothbrush. I coiled around a toothbrush I had in my bag, so I used that. That there is giving us good. What about this one? Good. Then did we do that one? Let's do it again just in case we didn't do it. I don't think we did this one. One. So there's two batteries that are bad. This one and that one. Okay. Hopefully that fixes the problem. By putting a load on it, it should be able to handle that load. Without dropping it. And my load is pretty tiny. It's like 1.6 ohms. And that gives us like 4 amps or so on 5 volts or 6 volts. And then on 12 or 29 volts, that gives us 20 amps, which is good enough. There you go. I hope you enjoyed this video. Now let's just tell her about it and see what she says.